Thanks for staying with us. So I have a story about medical tourism. So according to a report released by the CBN, Nigerians spent $3.82 million on foreign healthcare back in 2023, compared to the $9.06 million spent the year before. So they were saying that it actually reduced about $5.23 million. And yeah, it happens. In fact, interestingly, earlier in the year, 2023, Nigerians spent about $3.1 million. But towards the end, when we started seeing the dollar issues, only 0.69. So that was a dollar problem.
Dollar effect.
But yeah, so that.
And then we now have big hospitals. As in hospitals now like hotel on the island. Everywhere you'll be seeing massive, big, beautiful hospitals, so that keep the money here. You don't have to take the money.
Quite a number of Nigerians actually. Just that many of our.
What about the doctors?
Doctors are leaving. So
no, but those ones they bring in international doctors.
Yes, they bring in Nigerians.
Back. Yes,
Nigerians. That's why I say they allow them to go. When you start building, they will come back. You don't have to beg them. They will be the one to come back home to work.
I saw a video of a lady saying the pasture is no longer green in the UK. She waited 6 hours to see a doctor.
Oh. When there's some surgeries. I know somebody who was trying to get medical treatment abroad. She came to Nigeria, and within a week, she had done her procedure and she's gone back.
She even tried Benin Republic.
No, Nigeria is no. Let's continue to promote our
I'm saying it's half the price of good medical care. Standard medical care over there.
Yeah. But again, the hype is more on those that are leaving. Forgetting that people coming here for good medical service.
But we have to.
And it's cheaper.
Money.
Okay, so
it's still cheap.
So I have a police launch manhunt for Ogun woman's abductors. Some gunmen reportedly abducted a woman, Nimota Busari, in the Ibepa area of the Shagamu local government area of Ogun State. This thing happened around 7 p.m. yesterday. They said after she sells at the market, so on her way going back in her car with her children in it, as they approached their gates, these men came out and, threw the children out of the car and carried her and, and the car. And they've taken her away. But they said that the gunmen were said to have laid siege to the woman and her children at the gates of their home, and they are now saying that that the police public relations officer Omolola Odutule, in a telephone conversation on Tuesday, noted that the investigation had commenced to secure the release of the abducted woman.
I hope she's safe. That's the trend in Lokoja. Women are getting home from school runs like this.
They will just carry them and their kids.
Their kids
out. All right.
And good news for those that live in rural area. Nigeria still ranks low among rural electrification, but the president has okayed this World Bank loan. So the World Bank loan is $750 million, and what that is going to provide is 1,200 mini-grids in rural communities across the country. The person in charge of Rural Electrification Agency, Haba Aliyu, disclosed this on Tuesday. He was addressing a press conference at the Alliance for Rural Electrification Energy Access Forum, which held in Lagos. And he said that Nigeria has the highest electricity gap in the world. So the cities are complaining, but if you get to the bush and the rural area, they don't even have any form of electrical provision. So what this is going to do is have mini-grid that would take care of local communities, especially those that are far apart, far from cities in any form. They said that they want to provide 3 million Nigerians with electricity access using isolated mini-grids. 1,500 Nigerians would also be getting electricity through the interconnected mini-grids, and about 15.5 million Nigerians would have solar system mesh grids. So many opportunities to sort out Nigerians in rural area. This, for me, is good news. While we Bande are still fighting the current costs we are paying, I am happy this investment has been received to support rural electrification.
Okay, moving on quickly now to Daily Sun. Labour rejects federal government's fresh offer of 54,000 naira minimum wage. Again, Peter Obi lampoons federal government. Shetima urges Nigerians to sacrifice for a brighter future. Threats by security forces won't hinder May 30th sit at home, says IPOB. Anxiety in Kano as Assembly moves to amend Emirates Council law. Another bloodbath in Plateau as terrorists kill over 40 locals and sack community. Rivers Court declares extension of local government council's tenure unconstitutional. An experts kick as CBN raises interest rate to 26.5%. Okay, which story?
So I have the Kano House of Assembly story. And here the New Nigerian People's Party, the N54, and some members of the House of Assembly are looking to restore the old Council Emirates Council law. this law was amended so that, they created 4 other areas, which is the other districts under the Emirates, which is Rano, Karaye, Gaya, and Bichi. And then they were able to dethrone the former emir. And now the House of Assembly, they're looking to amend that law that was amended in 2019 to restore the old order where there's only one emirate. I'm hoping...
Are they trying to do that? Would they?
That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, sorry, bring it back.
That's amazing. Because for history...
They not say they're bringing him back.
Yeah, they're just setting the pace. We are assuming or we are speculating.
Even if they don't bring him back, the point is history will remain history, not that we are rearranging what it is for political reasons.
Yeah, let me take this story. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, they have called on WAEC, that's the West African Examination Board, and the Vice Chancellor of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Charles Esimoye, to postpone their scheduled examination and convocation ceremony for May 30th because they are not going back on their sit-at-home order. Wow. The spokesman of the group, Emma Powerful, in an open letter released to newsmen yesterday, insisted that May 30th stands to commemorate the fallen heroes of Biafra war. That day remains sacred and a day that Biafrans sit at home to remember and honor the heroes who fell during the Nigerian Civil War. So they're asking the schools...
Is Emma Powerful now the spokesperson?
He's always been.
Yeah, he's been the spokesperson. There's no public event is expected to take place in Biafra land on this day. Biafra Heroes Day is a public holiday and it's sit at home in Biafra land for Biafrans to honor the fallen heroes. So I don't know how WAEC is going to take that because WAEC is not a Nigerian institution, it's not a board. It's a West African
they take into cognizance any West African nation.
But this is just to within a region.
The government takes a stand against.
Just see how the government handles that. Okay, another story in Sun?
Yes, minimum wage. So the Labour, I've been following this story, and we want a peaceful resolution. As of yesterday, they negotiated, they've upped the negotiation to 54,000 naira, and the NLC still say no. They do not agree with that 54,000 naira being offered by the federal government. According to them, the new minimum wage for workers, according to NLC, what they want is 615,000 naira, which is what they have demanded, even though the government has offered 54,000 naira. And Nima, you said that the organized private sector offered 70-something thousand naira. They said that they did their own breakdown. That's the federal government did their own breakdown of what it will mean if they are able to do the 54,000 naira. The Labour, however, is going to attend the meeting because it was adjourned. They would still attend the meeting even though they are standing their ground on what they believe would work. So federal government moved from 48 to 54. Labour is still maintaining their 615. The distance is so wide. Like, I don't even understand how they are going to be able to... The Labour needs to probably step it down because 615
is not
as minimum wage.
It's not realistic.
We are together in this matter.
Nigerian Tribune, tougher times ahead as CBN raises interest rates to 26.25%. Kano Assembly amends Emirates Council bill amid speculation of Sanusi's return. Court dethrones traditional ruler in Ondo after 29 years of Obaship tussle. 2027, Atiku will be united by mutual desperation, says APC. Bandits kill over 40, raise several homes in Plateau community. And court nullifies amendment of local government laws by pro-Wiki lawmakers. Okay, which story?
An Ondo State High Court sitting in Owo has dethroned after 29 years, cancelling the Obaship of Oba Mike Adetunji Oluwole, the Olute of Ute, a local government area of that state. This matter was filed in court since 1995.
Wow.
From High Court to Appeal Court to Supreme Court and back to the High Court. The Supreme Court had ordered a fresh hearing at the High Court and finally, 29 years before they were able to remove
the person that filed it, is the person still alive?
Yeah, the lawyer is alive. I don't even know whether the original claimant is alive. But I was going to say something. The court found out that the present king is a kingmaker and shouldn't be king himself. So he found a way to become king, even though he's among kingmakers. Traditionally, even in my own custom, kingmakers
don't ascend to the throne.
Yes. Okay, I think that's all we can take on today's review. When we come back, on to our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.